Welcome, all you seasoned Sagittarian sages and freshly initiated cosmic adventurers, to Zodiac Talks Tarot, where we don't just pull cards, we pull back the veil between worlds. If you're here, whether by fate, curiosity, or a YouTube algorithm with a sixth sense, let me be clear, this isn't random. It's cosmic timing, the kind that only Sagittarians truly appreciate, the kind that comes riding in on a mythic centaur at dawn, whispering, "Pay attention." Now, let's talk about the energy sweeping through your sky right now. Mercury Trine Pluto on May 27th is not your average astrological event. This isn't, "Oh wow, Venus is retrograde, better not text my ex." No. This is a full-blown metaphysical update, a kind of soul-deep software installation that only the most daring minds like yours are equipped to handle. Mercury is currently in Gemini, its intellectual palace, while Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius, the sign of collective evolution and high-frequency disruption. What does that mean for you? Think of it like the universe handing you a fiery arrow, not to hunt, but to awaken, to pierce through your outdated beliefs, unspoken fears, and hidden truths. And let's be real, if anyone's going to aim that arrow with both precision and philosophical flair, it's Sagittarius. This isn't just a mental shift, it's a full-on existential realignment. The kind that doesn't just ask you what you think, it demands to know why you believe it. Your inner philosopher, mystic, and stand-up comedian are all being activated at once. You may find yourself saying things like, "Do I even believe in time anymore?" right after arguing with a barista about the metaphysical implications of decaf. So buckle up. This isn't a transit, it's a quest. And you, dear Archer, are being summoned. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the shift. Welcome to your year of triumph 2025. Ah, Sagittarius. If you've been walking around lately wondering why your thoughts feel like they've been plugged into some celestial supercharger, or why your emotional thermostat has shifted from lukewarm to soul boiling in under 5 seconds, don't worry, you're not losing it. You're evolving. And Mercury Trine Pluto is your initiation ritual. Now let me break this down in true Sagittarius fashion, broad strokes first. Then we'll zoom in with the precision of a philosopher armed with a telescope and a sarcastic sense of humor. Because what's happening in the sky right now is no minor cosmic flicker, it's a full-blown mental metamorphosis. Picture your brain upgrading from dial-up to 5G Wi-Fi overnight. Suddenly, outdated thoughts, limiting beliefs, and old fears? Zapped. Gone. Reduced to stardust by a lightning bolt of raw, intuitive clarity. This isn't just a brainstorm, it's a brain rebirth. And yes, it may come with a little mental static or some wild dreams involving your childhood dog explaining string theory, but trust me, it's part of the package. Next up, you're entering what I like to call X-ray vision mode. Mercury and Pluto aren't just aligning for small talk, they're teaming up to make sure you see beneath the surface of every conversation, situation, and even your own excuses. Suddenly, people's masks become transparent. That overly cheerful coworker? You see the burnout. That passive-aggressive text? You catch the cry for help. It's like you've merged the intuition of a monk with the pattern recognition of a Jungian analyst who moonlights as a Jedi. And here's the kicker, you're not just seeing the truth, you're speaking it. Enter, mouth of a mystic. Words are pouring out of you with a clarity and depth that might leave even you wondering, wait, did I just say that? It's as if your higher self grabbed the mic and your ego politely stepped aside. Use it wisely, chosen one. Your voice is echoing into more dimensions than you realize. In this moment, you're not just communicating, you're recasting verbal spells, downloading sacred scripts, and translating soul codes into plain English, with a Sagittarian punchline or two, of course. But perhaps the most profound shift? Emotional honesty. Mercury Trine Pluto isn't here to drown you in feelings, it's here to help you decode them. Instead of avoiding the emotional chaos, you're navigating it like a Zen sailor with a GPS made of gut instincts and ancient wisdom. You'll feel more, yes, but in a way that empowers rather than overwhelms. The universe is teaching you how to sit with discomfort, how to feel the full truth without flinching, and how to recognize the beauty in that emotional rawness. In short, you're becoming emotionally multilingual. Look, Sagittarius, I know you're not one to linger in the shallow end of the pool. You're the type to dive in head first and ask if it's water or spiritual molasses later. This transit? It's deep, it's transformative, and yes, it might challenge your favorite coping mechanism of cracking jokes to avoid emotional depth. But here's the thing, you're not just ready for this, you were built for it. So take this time to journal the downloads, meditate with your third eye wide open, and maybe warn your friends that your BS radar is now fully operational. You're not just waking up, you're leveling up. And the year of triumph 2025? It's already written in the stars for those brave enough to embrace the chaos and transmute it into wisdom. You've got this, Sagittarius. And if not, well, you'll at least get a killer story out of it. Ah, Sagittarius. You wild, wandering philosopher of the Zodiac. When Mercury trines Pluto, the rest of the signs might reach for their journals. But you? You reach for your bow, shoot an arrow through the cosmos, and demand answers. And guess what? The universe is finally answering back in dreams, symbols, and sudden flashes of brilliance that would make a Zen monk raise an eyebrow. Let's start with the dreamscape, shall we? Between May 26th and 28, don't you dare ignore what's happening in your sleep. This isn't just REM, it's astral travel with a first-class upgrade. What looks like a weird dream about your high school locker and a talking owl might actually be your subconscious dropping breadcrumbs to your next spiritual breakthrough. So please, for the love of all things sacred and Sagittarian, keep a dream journal. Not in your phone. A real one. Leather-bound, maybe. Something that feels like it belongs in the hands of an old soul who's lived at least 3 lifetimes, because honestly, you probably have. Now let's talk detox. No, not the green juice cleanse that made you resent kale for 2 years. I mean a mental detox. Mercury trine Pluto is scrubbing your brain's hard drive, uninstalling old programs like I'm not good enough, people don't get me, and the classic let me overthink this to death. These belief systems were functional once, but so was dial-up internet, and we all know how that turned out. Pluto doesn't ask for permission. It clears space so your higher self can finally breathe. And once that mental clutter clears, oh, the words you'll speak. You're entering what we astrologers, and a few sorcerers, let's be honest, call word magic. Your voice isn't just carrying messages, it's casting energy. Speaking truth now has real weight. So this isn't the time for sarcasm dipped in passive aggression. Speak with care. With intention. With love. Because Pluto's listening. And it doesn't appreciate flippant shade. This is spellcasting without the robes. A prayer disguised as a conversation. Your tongue is a wand, so maybe stop cursing out that slow driver and instead bless them with patience, or at least invisibility. Now, if you've been noticing weird time glitches, conversations that feel like déjà vu, dreams that bleed into your waking life, or the overwhelming sense that you've done all of this before, congratulations. You're not going crazy. You're catching the quantum vibes. Think of reality right now like a video game where you accidentally unlocked a cheat code. The veil between dimensions is thinning, and your inner mystic is loving it. This is the moment where time becomes a suggestion, not a rule. Where your soul peeks through the seams of everyday life and whispers, there's more. And here's where it gets big. Collective mind meld big. Sagittarius, you are the global thinker. The philosopher king of the Zodiac. So while the rest of the world might be freaking out, you're seeing patterns. seeing how the inner connects with the outer. You're not just evolving, you're recontributing to a shift in human consciousness. Wild, right? That weird epiphany you had while brushing your teeth this morning might actually be part of a global upgrade. So share it. Don't hoard your wisdom like some cosmic dragon sitting on a pile of truths. Tweet it, voice note it, tell your Uber driver if you must. Your insight is part of a much bigger wave, and the collective needs you in the mix. Here's the bottom line: Mercury Trine Pluto isn't just a planetary handshake, it's a soul contract renewal. A chance to clean house, speak truth, decode dreams, and remember that you, Sagittarius, aren't just here to explore the world. You're here to expand it. To challenge beliefs. To pierce illusions. To make even the stars question what they think they know. So get out your quill or your keyboard. Light a candle. Smudge your space if you must. The cosmic downloads are coming in hot, and you, dear chosen one, are exactly the kind of wild-hearted mystic the year of triumph 2025 was made for. Ah, Sagittarius, if there were ever a cosmic moment tailored to your wild, wisdom-hungry soul, it's now. We've entered what I like to call the peak portal, May 26th to 28. This isn't just a 3-day stretch, it's the still point in the middle of the storm. The spiritual eye of the hurricane. That rare window in time where the universe doesn't shout, it whispers, and only the quiet-minded can hear it. Now, I know stillness isn't exactly your go-to vibe. You're a fire sign, after all, built for motion, momentum, and meaning. But sometimes, the most radical act of power is to pause. So yes, I'm talking to you, the same person who once tried to meditate and got distracted by a bird and then Googled the symbolism of birds and ended up on a Reddit thread about spirit animals. I see you. But hear me out, this isn't about perfection. It's about presence. During this window, don't just scroll through life. Live it. Go take a walk where your phone can't reach you. Burn those old journals that are soaked in outdated stories and mental baggage you've already spiritually outgrown. You know, the ones, dramatic entries that start with "Why universe, why?" Say a prayer that doesn't sound like a desperate Yelp review to your spirit guides. Or, heck, make the universe laugh, crack a joke into the void and see what echoes back. The point is, be here now. Because something rare is unfolding. And it's not happening to you, it's happening through you. Now, let's talk about how to actually harness this cosmic juice. Practical magic, SAG style. And no, you don't need crystals the size of a toddler or to chant in Sanskrit, though if that's your thing, chant away. This is about aligning your everyday habits with celestial fire power. First up, journal everything. And I mean everything. That bizarre dream where your ex appeared holding a pineapple and quoting Nietzsche? Write it down. That random moment where you suddenly understood your mother's childhood trauma while stirring oatmeal? Yup, that too. Your inner world is opening, and those weird fragments are divine breadcrumbs. Next, embrace silence. I know it feels unnatural. Silence to a Sagittarius is like trying to leash a tornado. But when you stop filling the air with noise, guess what? The universe fills the space with insight. Those aha moments you chase? They're already inside you, just waiting for room to breathe. Challenge your beliefs. You, of all signs, should love this one. You're the eternal seeker. But even seekers need to audit their inner library from time to time. What sacred cow in your psyche is just a dusty relic now? Let it go. Make room for truth that actually fits the version of you you're becoming. Track your dreams. I say this as someone who's studied both archetypal psychology and the occasional prophetic nap. Your dreams right now are doorways. Not metaphors. Messages. They're your future self sending postcards. Collect them. Speak intentionally. Your words are lit with Pluto's power right now. That means every sentence carries weight. So even your sarcastic quips are little spells. Be mindful. Or at least be funny and honest. Set intentions. Not the basic "I want more money" kind. I'm talking soul level, spine-tingling intentions. The ones that say, I'm ready to live in alignment. I'm ready to be free. You're not manifesting things. You're manifesting you. And finally release what's outdated. That version of you who played small, feared rejection, or kept your brilliance under wraps to keep others comfortable. Thank them, bless them, and let them dissolve. Jupiter is your ruler. It doesn't do small. Your faith is expanding. Let your fear shrink accordingly. So, dear Sag, don't just surf this wave, ride it like the cosmic outlaw you are. This portal isn't about escaping the world. It's about returning to it with new eyes, clearer truth, and a flame in your heart that doesn't burn, it illuminates. Welcome to the turning point. Welcome to yourself. Let's get real for a second, Sagittarius. This moment you're in? It's not just another celestial pit stop on your never-ending soul quest. This is your portal. You, the eternal seeker, the scholar of the stars, the wild-hearted rebel who laughs in the face of convention. You didn't just stumble into this alignment by accident. You've been preparing for this since your first existential crisis at age 12, when you asked your goldfish if time was even real. The universe? It's finally handing you the map, the bow, and the fire. And not because you're the loudest in the room, though, let's be honest, you usually are, but because you have the rare courage to evolve loudly, authentically, and with style. This isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you've always been before the world told you to play small. You are the chosen one, not in a Hollywood action hero kind of way, but in the deeply spiritual, gloriously weird sense that your soul signed up for growth in the middle of chaos. You said yes to the work. Yes to the discomfort. Yes to burning the old script and writing your own sacred myth. And here's the kicker: 2025 isn't patiently waiting for you to figure it out. The year of triumph has already begun, Sagittarius. The question is, are you going to keep aiming at low-hanging fruit, or are you ready to pull that cosmic arrow back and shoot for something wilder, truer, and way bigger than your fear? So breathe it in. Laugh at the absurdity. Cry if you need to. Dance in your kitchen. Meditate under the moon. Call your weirdest friend and talk about reincarnation and tacos. But above all, live. Fully, loudly, bravely. And if any of this sparked something in your soul or just made you laugh and think at the same time, then you know what to do. Like this video to send a signal to the stars. Share your wildest dream or deepest realization in the comments, yes, even the one involving space dolphins. And hit that subscribe button for more soul-stirring, fire sign-approved cosmic wisdom only on Zodiac Talks Tarot, where astrology isn't just entertainment. It's your soul's GPS.